The Kraken was a symbol of the ocean's raw, unknowable power. For centuries, most people believed it was just that, a myth, a ghost story for stormy nights. But what if the truth is far more incredible? What if the reality is even more monstrous than the legend? Because in the darkness of the deep ocean, two real-life titans are locked in an evolutionary arms race. They are larger, stranger, and more powerful than our ancestors could have ever imagined. So today we're heading into that darkness. We'll put the legend of the Kraken up against the scientifically proven giants of the deep, the giant squid and the colossal squid. And by the end, we'll finally answer the question, which one is the real sea monster? The story of the Kraken starts in the cold waters of the North Atlantic, with roots in Scandinavian folklore going back centuries. Norse sagas from the 1200s describe a horrifying beast, so huge that sailors would mistake its back for solid ground. They whispered of tentacles as long as a ship's mast that could drag entire crews to their doom. For centuries, this creature stood as the ultimate symbol of humanity's fear of the ocean. It was chaos. It was death. It was the unknown, given a name. But as science began to explore the deep, another candidate for the Kraken emerged. This was a creature of flesh and blood, a real animal that was, for a long time, just as mysterious as the legend it supposedly inspired. This was the giant squid. For decades, we thought this was it. Mystery solved. The Kraken, we figured, was just an exaggerated tall tale about a very real, very big squid. But what if I told you there's something else down there? Something bigger, heavier, and armed with weapons far more terrifying than the giant squid. What if the true sea monster wasn't the one that inspired the legend, but its even more formidable cousin? Let's start with the reigning champion, the animal that's most often called the real Kraken, the giant squid, Architeuthis dux. For over a century, this was the largest invertebrate we knew of, and it has a well-earned mystique. For the longest time, we only knew it existed from two things: carcasses that washed ashore, and the hard parrot-like beaks found in the stomachs of its only real predator, the sperm whale. These remains hinted at titanic struggles happening thousands of feet below, battles we could only dream of. It wasn't until 2004 that the first photographs of a live giant squid in its natural habitat were ever taken. Just think about that. In an age of satellites and instant communication, a creature the size of a school bus stayed completely hidden from our cameras. That alone tells you everything you need to know about the world it lives in. The giant squid is a titan of length. Females, the larger of the species, can reach a staggering total length of up to 13 meters or 43 feet. But most of that incredible size comes from two impossibly long feeding tentacles. These are its primary weapons. From a distance, it can shoot these tentacles out to snatch prey, their ends covered in hundreds of suckers lined with serrated, saw-like teeth that grip and shred. Its body or mantle is long and torpedo-shaped, built more for speed than for brute strength. It's a vertical hunter, moving up and down through the deep oceans all around the world. And then there are its eyes. The giant squid has one of the largest eyes in the entire animal kingdom, reaching up to 11 inches in diameter, the size of a dinner plate. In the pitch-black darkness of the deep, these enormous eyes aren't for seeing color. They're for detecting the faintest glimmers of bioluminescent light, or the giant shadow of an approaching predator. For its sheer, unnerving length and its direct link to the Kraken legend, the giant squid is a powerful contender. It's an elusive, ghostly giant that perfectly captures the mystery of the deep. It is, by any definition, a monster. But it is not the heaviest monster in these depths. In the freezing waters of the Southern Ocean near Antarctica lives a true heavyweight, the colossal squid, Mesonychoteuthis hamiltoni. If the giant squid is a rapier, this one's a warhammer. It's shorter, around 10 meters or 33 feet, but much heavier. While a giant squid might weigh 200 to 75 kilograms, 600 pounds, a colossal squid can exceed 495 kilograms, 1,000 pounds, with some estimates suggesting up to 700 kilograms, 1,500 pounds. Its massive barrel-shaped body makes it built for power, not speed. Scientists think it's an ambush predator, lurking motionless in the dark until prey, large fish, or even other squid, comes close. Then it strikes with terrifying precision. Instead of toothed suckers, its tentacles are armed with rotating, razor-sharp hooks that can spin 360 degrees, ensuring nothing escapes. A fight with this beast isn't about being squeezed, it's about being impaled. Its huge eyes help it detect movement in the pitch-black deep. Yet it's one of the ocean's greatest mysteries. First identified in 1925 from whale stomach remains, it wasn't seen alive until 2025, when a juvenile was filmed in the wild for the first time. After a century of speculation, we finally saw this ghostly titan in its true home, a glimpse into one of Earth's harshest frontiers. How do our sea monsters compare? The mythical Kraken was said to be miles wide, pure fantasy. Among real creatures, the giant squid wins on length, but the colossal squid dominates in mass. It's the difference between a rope and a tank. The Kraken crushed ships. The giant squid grips prey with tooth suckers. But the colossal squid's swiveling hooks are next level, made for piercing and tearing. In raw killing tools, the colossal squid wins hands down. Both real titans live in the deep, but the colossal squid prefers the freezing, crushing depths of Antarctica. Over 6,000 feet down, its world is so remote that we only know of its battles from scars on sperm whales, the only predator daring enough to face it. Each mark tells the story of an unseen war in the darkness. So, which one is the true sea monster? The Kraken may rule in myth, but it's a legend born from fear and imagination. Its throne belongs to folklore, not reality. The giant squid, Architeuthis dux, is the classic monster, long, ghostly, and the spark behind the Kraken tales. It proved the legends had truth in them, earning its place as a real creature of nightmares. But the true champion is the colossal squid, Mesonicoteuthis hamiltoni. Heavier, deadlier, and more mysterious, it wields rotating hooks instead of suckers and lurks in the frozen deep where few eyes have seen it alive. If the giant squid inspired the myth, the colossal squid became it, a real-life titan that still defies our understanding. The truth is, we don't need the Kraken to be real. Our world already has creatures beyond imagination. In the silent depths, more than a kilometer down, animals with dinner plate eyes and hooked arms battle whales in the dark. These aren't storybook monsters, they're real. The ocean covers 70% of Earth, yet we've explored less than 5%. Down there lie wonders and terrors we've barely begun to find. The giant and colossal squids remind us how little we know and how wild our planet still is. Want more deep-sea mysteries? Subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell us which ocean legend we should uncover next.